back again with another review, and today we're going to talk about and review The River Wild from 1994, directed by Curtis Hanson, who directed The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, LA Confidential, and 8 Mile. And the plot here, kind of going off the back a little bit, I know that's kind of a cheat, but you got Meryl Streep in the film. She's our lead character, and she's a former river guide, and she arranges a whitewater rafting trip to celebrate her son's birthday. And when they get there, they meet Kevin Bacon, his character Wade, who is charming at first, but along the way, he takes the family hostage because you have Meryl Streep, you have her husband, who is played by David Strathairn, and the son in the film, Rourke, and again Kevin Bacon, him and his buddy, played by John C. Reilly, they take the family hostage to get from point A to point B, basically, across the dangerous rapids. And that is the plot to the film here. At the cast here, you got Kevin Bacon. He's our villain of the film, and very good performance. When Kevin Bacon plays a villain, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, whether it be Hollow Man and other movies, he always makes a great villain. And at first, he comes off very charming, and then at one point in the film, he turns on the family, and that's when he takes the family hostage. And it's well played by Kevin Bacon. Meryl Streep, I think she does a decent job in the film. She's a great actress, but when you look at it, this is typically not her type of movie. Like, you could have had any actress really play this part, and it's not that I'm talking bad about her performance or her character, but really, when you look at it, as great as an actress that Meryl Streep is, you could have had any other actress play this role. I think, again, I would say for me, she's decent. David Strathairn, he's the husband in the film who's a workaholic. I thought he did a solid job here. I would say for me, I thought he had a little bit more to shine here. Again, Meryl Streep, she's good here. She's decent. But I think for me, while Kevin Bacon, did a great job playing the villain, David Strathairn, yeah, you can say what you want about the character being a workaholic, kind of the cliche. But again, I thought he had quite a bit of moments to shine here. But and John C. Reilly, again, he's in the film as Kevin Bacon's buddy, and he's okay here. Great actor. He would go on to be in a bunch of comedies and stuff, but it's kind of a role where he's kind of aloof a little bit, if that's the word I'm looking for. Like, he's not really intimidating. He's kind of along for the ride. But John C. Reilly's fine here. The son, Rourke, is played by Joseph Mazzello, who was in Jurassic Park, and he was a good child actor. Benjamin Bratt is in here for a little bit, really 1 or 2 scenes as Ranger Johnny. But overall, the cast is very good. The direction by Curtis Hanson is very thrilling and enjoyable. Beautiful score by Jerry Goldsmith, who did a wonderful job here, providing the score throughout the movie. And I miss when films had wonderful scores. Jerry Goldsmith worked on First Blood and Leviathan and Rudy. He's definitely missed. The scenery, throughout the film, it's very beautiful, and you see all the landscapes. Again, beautiful scenery throughout the movie, and there's a lot of good moments of suspense here. Being set on the rapids, and these are very dangerous rapids, and the whitewater rafting scenes, taking the family hostage. And there's a couple of times where the family fights back. They're trying to get rid of Kevin Bacon, but it's just not working out. And I thought there was some good suspense throughout the movie. I thought the pacing of the film, it moved well, and there's some good moments of thrills on the water, and again, moments where the family fights back, or there's a moment in the film where the family gets separated. David Strathairn is on his own in the wilderness trying to catch up with the family. I don't really have any nitpicks with the film. I mean, I was thinking about if I have any nitpicks with the film. I'm not going to say it's a perfect movie, but I do think it's a very enjoyable thriller. If the plot is nothing, like you have seen this type of plot before, so maybe in terms of the plot, it's nothing. And like, especially around this time period in the early 90s, you had a lot of thrillers, maybe of this type, maybe not this kind of setting, but I mean, so if there's one thing, maybe the plot is not the most original, or kind of at this time it was kind of seen that you kind of been there, done that kind of thing. But I would say, again, overall, I think, and the comeuppance for Kevin Bacon, I think it was a good comeuppance. So I don't have any nitpicks with the film. I would say for me, this is an 8 out of 10 movie. I think it's an entertaining film. I do think it's a bit underrated. I think it has a score of like a 6.4 or a 5 on IMDb, which is not bad. I mean, if it were up to me, I would bring it up a little bit. But I do think it offers quite a bit of thrills and suspense. Kevin Bacon, again, does a great job as our villain here. And you have a good cast surrounding Kevin Bacon, along with beautiful landscapes and a wonderful score by Jerry Goldsmith. But that is my review, and there's nothing on the Blu-ray. There's no features on the Blu-ray whatsoever. I wish there was. I would love to know what... I mean, I think Kevin Bacon has talked about the film before, but not at length. Maybe in like those highlight videos you've seen on YouTube. But yeah, so yeah, The River Wild is a film that I recommend. Again, 8 out of 10 movie for me. But thank you for watching, and have a good day.